Today we're going to tour Shipyard. Shipyard is a semi-private community on Hilton Head Island. We're going to do all the normal things we do as we tour these communities. We will do some drive-alongs, show you the houses, we'll talk about the fees, we'll show you the amenities. Shipyard has a great resort inside of it, so we'll show you the resort. They have a beach house. They are a beachfront community, so we'll show you the beach house. And anything else that looks interesting, we're gonna record it, we're gonna put it on this video, we're gonna make sure you know everything that we can about Shipyard. So sit back, enjoy the tour. Thanks for watching. Made our way over to the tennis facility, the Meer. You can see it, Shipyard Racket Club. We'll take a walk through, show you some of the courts. They have 20 courts here, 13 of which are clay, 3 that are indoors. I don't believe there's pickleball here at this facility, but I do know that some of the smaller communities inside of Shipyard do have pickleball in them. Again, if you think of Shipyard as the overall like a state, the state of Shipyard has smaller little communities and cities inside of it. Those little small communities and cities inside of Shipyard will have their own tennis facility or tennis court, I should say. There's not really a facility. Like here, for instance, you've got a clubhouse, you've got pro shop, you've got lessons, you got all that stuff going on here. The ones inside, there's the pro shop and the clubhouse right there. The ones inside of a community itself are not gonna give you that. You just have a setup. You've got come and go as you please. You're not renting time. You're not doing any of that stuff. As we walk to the back, there's a pretty cool balcony back here. I'll take you back there. We'll take a look at it. Got a couple people out here playing. It's starting to get cold here. It's now mid-December. It's a little bit chilly, and so our activities are slowing down. It allows me to make these videos without too much interruption, but you can kind of see this building behind me is where your indoor courts are going to be. You see the balcony above me, and that's just looking out over the tennis courts behind me. So really cool setup if you're into tennis. They've got a really good facility here. Just checking in the back to see if that was pickleball, but it's not. I'm sure it's coming. It's only a matter of time before it starts to take over some of these courts. But anyway, that's the Meer Racket Club here at Shipyard. We'll move on. We'll go see the resort, which is right next door, as well as then the beach house, and take a walk on the beach. Hey, if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you like the content that we're putting out, the more people that we can get to subscribe, the more people we can reach, the more people who want to know about Hilton Head Island find this channel and get to learn what they want to know about Hilton Head Island. So I really appreciate you watching this far. Continue to watch, we got more stuff to see. Hit that subscribe button, that's super helpful. And let's just continue on. Made our way over to the Sonesta. You can see it behind me. This resort is kind of the anchor of Shipyard. What's great about these resorts is they help to pump some money into Shipyard, into the community itself. They make it desirable. They make people want to come and visit. So it really is the anchor and the backbone to the community. What I love about resort communities here on the island is they make the community really easy to get around. What I mean by that is they have created bike and walking paths all over the place. So if you want, no matter where you live in Shipyard, you want to get on your bike, take your beach stuff, you can bike to the beach. If you want to go play tennis, you can bike to the tennis resort, to the Meer tennis area. If you want to come to the Sonesta for dinner, you can bike. And it's funny, I'm walking up on the bike rack right here. The Sonesta has their own bike rental. If you want to leave Shipyard and go down to Coligny, which there's a second entrance that allows you to do that, it's really easy. You can bike to Coligny and out of Shipyard if you want to. These resort communities have done a really good job of creating those bike and walking paths to make it really easy to get around. The weather is usually beautiful here, and so you want to be outside. You don't want to be in your car. When you get in your car and it's busy here, the roads aren't made for as many people as come here, so get on your bike the paths, go wherever you want. I love that idea. We're gonna walk around to the back of the Sonesta. I'll show you the pools and kind of the resorty area in the back. Probably not gonna be able to get in there. And we'll take a walk to the beach house here at Shipyard and show you that as well. As I walk the path back to the beach house, you can kind of see behind me all of the bicycle parking that they have here. So again, when we talk about the resorts and these communities, making them a bikeable, easy access communities, like they cater to the bicycle. They cater to, you know, it's not unusual to see bikes with trailers, with you know, kid seats. Everybody travels by bike here, so they make it really accessible. They make it really easy to do that. In my opinion, some of the best communities. Now again, these are resort vacation-y communities, so you're gonna have tourists, but the best communities make biking and walking really easy. They make it something that you want to do. Made our way to the Shipyard Beach House, Beach Club. You can see it behind me. Essentially, the Beach Club and the Sonesta Resort are going to share the same beach. But they feel like they're one and the same. Now, obviously, they're to anyone who knows, they're two separate places. But to show you what I'm talking about, Beach Club behind me, Sonesta Resort over there. Got this pond in the middle, but everything that you see out here, that little pavilion, which we'll go into, there's little huts here, it's a little drink hut. All of this stuff is Sonesta's. The beach club is the Shipyard Beach Club. Everything else is Sonesta. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in that you got the beach club here, and you get to share some of the amenities of the, you know, a very nice resorty hotel type area. And you can kind of see this area is really very cool. They've got a ton of seating, hammocks. There's a couple fire pits on the other side of the lake. We're coming up on this pavilion. Obviously it's the beach. Tons of weddings go on here. So I'm sure the pavilions are rented out for weddings. I'm sure they're taking place inside in the conference rooms in there. But you've got a really nice covered area with regard to the pavilion. We'll go inside there where you've got some chimneys. See, the lights are strung up. Inside you've got a couple of TVs, a bar in the center, fireplace. It's all open air, looking out over. One side is, you can't quite see the ocean, but very good look at what this facility looks like in here. And in typical resort fashion, they've got ping pong tables sitting out, they've got lounge chairs sitting out, got cornhole behind me. You know, it's as resorty as it gets. Now again, it's the middle of the winter, so you don't have a lot of visitors and guests here, but if I can get close to the pool, I'll give you a look at that. Now, The Sonesta pool is not for Shipyard residents and Shipyard guests. So if you're a guest at a Shipyard timeshare or at a Shipyard you own in Shipyard, you got to be a guest of Sonesta to be able to use their facilities. But any of these restaurants, drink huts, stuff like that, bathhouse that's out there, they're really not going to stop access. But if you want to use the pool, technically, I think if you want to come up to the restaurant, you've got to have some kind of badge to be able to get in, but I'm sure you can get away with it. Made our way to the Sonesta pool. You can see behind me, poolside bar. The pool is, even in December, looks inviting and beautiful. You've got some fountains out there. On the other side over here, you've got a little kids zone. So again, they do it right here, and you're just feet away from the ocean. So we'll take a walk now over to the ocean. We'll show you the bathhouse, the beach house, all the amenities that are over there. From there, we'll head to the golf course and show you that. Every community has a golf course. On our walk to the beach, I figure we'll talk about Shipyard and the real estate in Shipyard. What you're gonna find is this is one of the more affordable communities that is here. Now, most of the homes that you're gonna find in Shipyard are gonna be late 70s to mid 80s built houses. You're looking anywhere from 1,000 square feet up to around 3. You'll get some that are maybe a little bit bigger. Price-wise, there's not much in here over the last year that has sold over $1 million. Now, a lot of communities on Hilton Head Island are starting at $1 million. So the fact that you're going up to, and you got a couple that went over, but literally only a couple that went over. So it's, from what I see, one of the more affordable communities inside of Hilton Head. It's the amenities. You are a beachfront community. You have access to the beach. You have a beach house. There is tennis. There is golf. There's not a marina, but most of these communities that are on the beach don't have that. That's all over on the creek side of the island. I'm gonna pause for a second. For whatever reason, I always show the showers. So we're walking out to the beach here. Come in, clean yourself off, go dip in the pool. Got a nice little walkway on our way out to the ocean. Back to the community, types of houses. You're gonna have what we call like some smaller quarter lot houses. You're going to have regular size lots, and you've got a lot of timeshares here in Shipyard. Now, I don't know much about timeshares, so I can't really help you there, but you've kind of got everything from single family down to townhome type housing. Hey guys, how are you? Good. So we made it to the beach. My feet are in the white sand. Got a shrimper out in the ocean. Turn around and show you. So there you go. You're in the sand. You can see that right there is our beach house. Got a couple of bikes out here. The #1 Hilton Head activity is biking on the beach. Got a little dude's dog running around and playing. So that's it. That is how you access the beach from Shipyard. We'll go back. Again, we still have to find the golf course, but we'll go take a look at that. And that might wrap us up. To discuss fees in Shipyard, there's no real meeting place in Shipyard. There's no clubhouse. It's not Wexford or Longgate where there's a huge regime fee that you've got to pay to get in. There is a fee when you settle and when you come into Shipyard. It is 1/2 of 1% of the purchase price. So for example, if you buy $1 million home in Shipyard, 1% of that is $10,000. Half of that is $5,000. So there's a $5,000 fee that goes right to Shipyard, goes into their slush fund to help any projects that they have. For instance, putting a new roof on the beach house, creating more lockers, whatever it is that they do, road maintenance inside of Shipyard, path maintenance, whatever they need that money for. It's really there so that there's no additional assessment that gets put on you as a homeowner, and you then have to pay on an annual basis or whatever it is. So you've got that fee. The yearly HOA fee is going to be just over $1,000, $1,030. And then some of the smaller regimes inside of the community are going to have their own fees as well. Looking at, like I was in one today, it was $395 a month. That took care of really everything except maintenance of the building. So it took care of the landscaping, the pool, the tennis, took care of bugs, so pest management. So it took care of quite a bit. Now it's $400 a month, but took care of quite a bit at that house. So you've, fees wise in Shipyard, not all that bad. You know, the initial fee to get in, nobody loves to pay that initial fee to get in, but it is what it is. Most communities are making you do that. So you pay that $1,000 a month, depending on whatever your small local HOA is. You might have a little bit more that you got to pay, but all in all, with the affordability of the housing, your HOA is not very expensive. You have a resort hotel who's keeping it beautiful, and you've got beach access. It's a good option here on the island. Made our way over to the Shipyard golf courses, Shipyard Golf Club. Here you've got 3 different 9-hole courses, so you can mix and match and create whatever kind of 18-hole, 27-hole, however many holes you feel like playing. We'll walk around the outside, see what we can see as far as practice facilities, get a look at what it looks like, how it's taken care of. There is a pub inside for all of your pre and post golf activities. So let's take a walk around back and we'll see what's back there. We're making our way out to the practice areas. You can see the putting green here behind me. On the other side, got a sand trap, a little bit of small chipping. And then as we walk out, we're walking towards the driving range. Everything here is essentially at the golf course is going to be golf cart accessible. It's a little bit of a walk from the clubhouse. Again, maybe that's natural. From what I've seen of some other courses, this is a fair course, certainly not the best, but does its job, I'm sure. I've never been out on it. I can't tell you how it plays or any of that stuff, but there's your driving range. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, Shipyard is an interesting community because it's just that. It's kind of a community. You have the resort, you have the beach. Those are the 2 big things going for it. It does have location. It's down on the south end of the island, so it puts you close to shops and entertainment and things like that. It's bikeable, which is great. The downsides, the cons to the community, there's no real central meeting place. The beach access is a little bit small, a little bit hard to get to. I'm sure it's crowded in the summertime. There are a lot of timeshares here, so you're gonna have a ton of vacationers. Even though you do have some pockets that don't allow short-term rentals, it's gonna be a new neighbor every day, a new person who doesn't understand the traffic patterns every week. That will get a little bit frustrating. But you know, the positive note, prices are reasonable here on the island. So overall, it is what it is. I don't know that I would categorize it as the best community that's here, but if you want to be on the island, you want a single family home, you're dead set on a single family home, you want to have beach access from your community, this is it. This is it. You can find that single family home for, you know, anywhere from 6 to 800,000, certainly less than $1 million. You just have to deal, you have to understand what you're getting. You're getting timeshare. It just doesn't seem to have the polish that a lot of the other communities that we've been through have. But that being said, it's Hilton Head Island. It is still beautiful. I'm being a little bit picky now. If you put me in here and I didn't know anything else, I would think that it's gorgeous. So it's up for you to decide. Come and take a look, figure out for yourself. If you have any questions, you know who to call.